Hello, hello. You see us yet? There we is.
That was a really awkward, like 2 minutes, non-music free.
Yeah, that was weird.
Did me hear you tell you no music? I'm like, no music.
Yeah.
No music.
It's like, damn it, Jim.
Damn it, Jim! I'm only a doctor. Hey, Shonda.
I wonder how many people actually know what the hell we're talking about when you go, damn it, Jim.
Evidently, they're not Trekkies.
As a creepy silence falls over the interwebs. Yeah, it was weird, wasn't it? Nadia. Hey, Shonda. Hey, Nadia.
No. Hey, Liz.
Man, look at that Statue of Liberty face you got on there. She ain't happy at all.
She's constipated.
Elizabeth. Sup, woman? That's a busy woman right there. What's going on, Bamulus?
Who, me?
That's you.
Well, you know, I had a good day. I only had a 10-minute nap today, but I ended up
10-minute nap. That's not even worth it.
Well, you know, I'll be sitting there watching TV, and next thing I know, I'm like, and I only had 10-minute one of those, and it's really weird because I always wake up, I'm like, God damn, where the fuck's this kink coming from?
Hey, the two Hildas checking in at the same time. What are you guys on a timer or something?
Hilda 1 and Hilda 2.
Hilda
Hi,
1
ladies.
and Hilda 2. How do you guys doing tonight? I'd be just doing me. Now, be careful. We're not talking that kind of talk tonight.
Yeah.
Just doing you. Come on.
I mean, I'm all about me time too. And, you know, I love having, you know, when I wake up in the morning, I got to have me time. You know, I sit there and I have my coffee. It used to be coffee and cigarettes. And that's just me time. I just sit and I'm like, and it's peaceful, no noise. The husband wasn't like screaming at me. So it's me time.
So I just found out a little while ago we lost a Hollywood actress. Good one, actually. Miss Cicely Tyson passed away.
Yes. She was phenomenal. And I think she was in pretty much every Tyler Perry movie. I don't remember her being in Fried Green Tomatoes, although I was going through her work history, and she evidently had a cameo in that, and I don't remember her in it at all.
You guys remember her? You guys seen Fried Green Tomatoes? Hey, Nelda. Welcome. Good. How about yourselves? We are good. We're short one. Abel is taking care of Mom. Mom's not doing so good. As you can keep her in your prayers. Her name is Ninfa Vela, and she's got some heart issues. And Abel's being a good boy, and told him, "Don't worry about the show, man. Just take care of Mom."
Yep, Mom comes before the show.
Yeah, she's unhappy because Rourke is thinking of running for governor. Oh no, we got to deal with Beto again. Beto's not even his real name. Beto. He's trying to. What do you call that? Racial appropriation, if you want to call it that. Trying to pretend he's Mexican, or he identifies with the Mexican people.
Oh, kind of like what's her nut? She's got like this much Indian in her, but I'm an Indian, so I can go to school for free.
Yeah, exactly. Except he's got no Mexican in him.
Yeah.
Well, unless he had a Mexican in him, but we don't know about that yet.
Oh.
But he's not. He's not. There's a better chance of AOC saying something intelligent than Beto winning.
Don't you mean Sally?
Oh my goodness. Yeah, Tucker Carlson called her not Sally. What do you call her?
Oh, hang on, it's the opposite of what I wrote down.
Yeah, he called her something else. Everybody's doing tonight, Abel. What's up, man?
I wrote down Sally, but it was.
Hope your mom's doing good, buddy.
What was it?
Take care of Mom.
Susan. No.
What's another S name for a woman? Like Sally. Sandy.
He called her Sandy. It was Sandy.
We're praying for yes.
I guess that's the same as a Nancy. I have no idea, but I'm going with it.
Hey, Marissa.
Hey, Marissa.
Thanks for hanging out with us tonight. Marissa. Okay, Hilda Garcia, got a chance to see last night's show, and I had so much fun watching you after Osmo came in. It was funny. Yeah, it was funny last night. It was a good time. I'm surprised
Osmo was being a bad puppy last night.
Yeah, he was. Well, it's a late show, so it's sort of adults only kind of ish. He was being a little naughty, wasn't he?
He was.
Prayers for Abel's mom. Thank you, Hilda. Yes. We got you, bro. We got you, Abel. We got
Yep,
your back. Man. Yeah, Robert Francis O'Rourke. But in the, I don't want to say Hispanic and Mexican culture, Robert takes on a nickname Beto, Beto.
Yep.
So that's what he goes by. I don't know if he went by that or if somebody said, no, let's call you Beto. But
what does Beto mean?
Nothing. It's just short for Robert.
Kind of reminds me of what's your nuts? Selena calling the bus. What they call that damn bus? Herbert, Sally, Harry. What the hell they call the bus? I just lost it.
Don't know that one. I forgot. Seems to remember. Right? Appropriation. That's right. That's what he's doing.
Maybe it'll come back to me. I am old.
I call it pandering. That's what I call it. Thank you, Hilda. Prayers for Ms. Vela.
Somebody out there knows what I'm talking about and what they called the bus. Harriet, Herbert, something like that.
What do they call the bus?
Bertha. They call it Bertha.
Pandering to Hispanics. Oh, man, 100%. And he wants to take guns away. He wants to take guns away in the state of Texas.
Yeah, good luck with that, MF.
Yeah, that's not going to happen. Yeah, Osmo needed a rolled up newspaper. Yeah, I needed a. Yeah, he might have enjoyed that actually. So I'm not sure. I'm gonna bother him, see if he wants to come on for a little bit.
Who?
Erasmo Castro.
Oh, tell him he's gonna be a good boy tonight.
Oh, that's no fun. Yeah,
so that show, newspaper.
Was a good show last night. Francis, what a pansy name, Francis. I won't pick on the name. I'll pick on the dude.
Yeah, Francis, it's Frank.
Who in their right mind thinks they can take guns away from residents of Texas? Seriously.
I think who in the right mind can take a gun away from anybody.
There you go. All these answers are coming in on Neltha. Nelda said Bertha, Big Bertha, Bug or Big Bertha. You probably meant the bus was called Big Bertha.
Yeah, my hard drive kicked in, and before y'all got it there, my old memory came to life.
Yeah, so we lost Cicely Tyson.
You
guys,
I want to cry. I want to cry. Every time that woman spoke any lines, and the one that really sticks out is one of the Tyler Perry movies, Big Family Reunion or something, and she's sitting at the kitchen table, and she goes, "Peace, be still." That's what he said. Peace, be still. I mean, every time she said a line, it's like she spoke with such authority.
They don't show her picture, damn it. They show all these stupid videos. There she is, and she was recently. I know she's been in more stuff, but remember she was in The Help. She was their maid, and she got dismissed because you remember what it was? I can't remember. She got fired for something stupid. Her mom was bowing to the pressures of the other high society women, so they ended up firing her.
She got fired for her mama coming in the front door.
That's right.
Or her daughter coming in the front door.
Daughter came in the front door. Yeah. And then so they fired her, and then apparently days later, a week later, whatever, she passed away, probably from a broken heart too.
Yeah, but I mean, and she did a movie called she was Ebenezer Scrooge, so it was like one of the Christmas Carol movies, and that was my favorite Scrooge movie ever. I mean, there's so many of them, but that was my favorite one.
Yeah. Anyway, if you guys remember Cicely Tyson, you older, maybe the older crowd might remember her a little better. She did a lot of stuff with Richard Pryor years and years ago, and like Bam said, she did do a lot of the. What did she do? Diary of a Mad Black Woman. She was in that too.
Yep.
In the Tyler Perry movie, a lot of Tyler Perry movies kept her busy. She had a good life. She will be missed. She was definitely a pioneer.
And she was 97, 98.
Yeah, 98, I think. Did that say? Yeah. She passed at 96. And I was so happy I sent him $1.48. $1.48. Hey, you can almost buy a hamburger.
Hey, Lori.
Hey, Laura, you got here early enough to watch from the beginning. All right. Good job. Shonda says, I honestly have no idea who she is. I thought she was Mike's mom or something. Really? Shonda, you didn't know Cecily Tyson. Come on. I don't buy that.
Watch The Help. Watch Fried Green Tomatoes. God, she's a lot. Watch a lot of the Tyler Perry movies.
But I think Bam mentioned the same thing when I told him, hey, we lost Cecily Tyson today. He's like, who's that? Mike Tyson's mom?
I never knew her by name. And just like my favorite lady, I call her Miss Shirley. She's Miss Shirley in the Tyler Perry movies. I don't know her actress name, but I love her because I'm just tired. Get my family over here. I want to talk to my family. I'm tired. I'm just so tired, Bam. I'm tired.
And I could have swore she played Miss Harriet Tubman years ago, but I could be wrong.
I'm going to have to go through her whole entire Wikipedia thing. And
all right. No, yeah. What clips of her you got from which movies? Pretty darn close. Welcome. First movie I saw of her was in 1989's Women of Brewster Place. Oh, she wasn't that, wasn't she?
I don't think I've ever seen the movie.
Man, I saw it back then, 89, 90. And I do remember her name being up in the marquee for that movie. Was she Whitney's aunt or godmother? Godmother, maybe.
That would be a Wikipedia moment. If they even list that, I don't know.
Got to look it up now. Wiki. Much stuff you can find on Wiki, but it's not always accurate. Because it's all user input, you know.
Yep.
Cecily Tyson, let's see, spouse, blah blah blah. Kenneth Franklin, married in 42, divorced in 56. Oh, she was married to Miles Davis, the musician, trumpet player. Married in 81, divorced in 88. Hope she didn't get hooked on drugs because dude was a toker. Dude was on drugs all the time. Yeah, pretty much. I mean, he could play the crap out of a trumpet, but
personal life.
Tyson had a daughter. When she was 17 years old and an honorary member of the Delta Sigma Theta sorority. She was a vegetarian. She died. Okay, she was a vegetarian. I don't know. Is that why she lasted so long? Maybe.
Well, it definitely explains why she was so skinny.
Yeah, it doesn't say anything about Whitney Houston or anything like that. So, may she rest in peace. What else we got? What else we got trending today, Bam?
Oh, well, for all you sweet tooth people, there's a new Oreo out. And it's called the Lady Gaga Oreo. I don't know if it's in stores yet, but it is very colorful, of green and orange, I believe. Let me check my notes here. Orange or green, yes. Yeah, so if you search, if you Google Lady Gaga Oreo.
No.
Oh, yeah, it's a thing. I'm not sure if it's in stores yet, but Lady Gaga has an Oreo named after, or coming out after her, and it even says Lady Gaga on the package.
Oh, my God.
There's two different packages. One's black, and I want to say the other one is pink.
Oh, my goodness.
Yeah, so... I mean, I enjoy Lady Gaga. I love her songs. I love her costumes. I love her attitude. I love her acting. But yeah, there we go. The Lady Gaga Oreo.
So what flavor is that supposed to be?
I have no idea.
I'd rather die 5 years younger and enjoy a ribeye. Oh. Really, Shonda? You're okay to go to 91 if they said 91. If you go vegan, you go to 95, 96.
No. My thing is, I don't want to live that old and be that wrinkly.
Oh, man.
I mean, I'm 54, 55, and when I walk into a room, I forget why I walked in there.
Do we have
You
any
know,
vegans? Any vegans in the house? Really? Are there? Stock
I,
market, GameStop, AMC stock. Oh man, the GameStop scandal with the stocks.
yeah, that's wow.
What a mess that is. You know,
Well,
once the regular people start creeping up and making some money, the higher ups don't like it. Imagine that.
well, power and wealth. That's where it is.
All right, enough of that Oreo crap.
And then
Is,
if we
is
want
that
to
a
stick,
flavor or something? What kind of is that supposed to be certain flavor or something, or is it just a
I think all
packaging?
Oreos taste the same. I think it's just packaging.
No, they got like pumpkin flavor. The stuff in the middle is different flavors.
I don't know. I don't eat Oreos.
I haven't had them in a long time. That's a lie. I had about a month ago. Check out the show, The Chase on ABC. They got regular people going up against big winners from Jeopardy. Oh, that might be interesting.
Yeah, but see, it takes away from the beast, and I like the original Chase. That English guy, I mean, who knows that much shit? I mean, seriously. Is your life that boring that all you do is read and study shit?
Okay, imagine all that data in your head from all kind of topics. And
Hey, Oscar.
Oscar, ¿qué pasa? How you doing, man? Sochi, how are you? Glad you could make it, dear. I know it's late for you.
And then, I guess sticking with the food topic of, Oreos, Popeyes. There's some news for Popeyes if you're a Popeyes lover.
Who likes Popeye's chicken? Is that Oreo?
So they are permanently.
Oh, look! Wait a minute. Is this the case?
I don't know. I didn't read anything into it, Liz. I just came across the Oreo, and I'm like, seriously, Lady Gaga's got an Oreo, and that's where I left it. I didn't read into it or get into it, but I mean, if it does go to charity, hell yeah, I'll buy an Oreo and give them
If
away.
it is going to Oreo, if it is going to charity, and then what kind of charity? That's different story.
Yeah, absolutely.
Let's see. Lady Gaga Chromatica inspired Oreo cookies dropped today, along with virtual scavenger hunt for an autograph pack. Oh man! So they're trying to get people to buy these hardcore. According to Billboard magazine, fans can enter for a chance to win a specialty pack signed by Mother Monster herself, and the rules are simple. The cookies are pink colored and have a green cream filling. Clues start showing up on Oreo's Twitter account at 10 a.m. today, and all the hiding spots are inspired by her Chromatica album. But it doesn't say anything about, let's see, proceeds going to charity or part of the proceeds. Let's see, second clues. Nope, it doesn't say anything about charity, but I don't know. Still sounds something fun for the fans, right?
Well, and yeah, those charities, you got to watch out for them because, by the time everybody gets paid, because they're not working for free, by the time everybody gets paid, say you raise $10 million for charity, in all reality, 2 goes to charity.
Right? Yeah, that's true. Look at Salvation Army. They don't keep all that money that goes in that pot.
Yeah.
I mean, the charity, the actual people, it doesn't filter down 100%. If I'm not mistaken, it's like 8 or 12% of that money in the kettle goes to the actual people. Red meat and Diet 91. I'm good. Shonda, have your steak. I have made a killing on stocks. Oh, good job.
So Popeyes is removing.
Good job, Shark.
Cajun rice.
No.
And green beans from their permanent menu.
I don't mind the green beans, but why the rice?
The green beans are really good.
Did they say why?
Evidently, they people have been complaining about it, and Popeyes said, "Well, we're going to bring them back, but we want to rotate our side items out so people's not getting the same thing over and over and over again." Which kind of makes sense because when you go to KFC, their standard thing is mash and slaw, mash and slaw. Yeah, granted, they have baked beans and they have corn, and there's something else they have too.
Oh, Ozzy.
Baked beans. But it's kind of nice to get something different with your chicken. And I don't want a pile of maggots on my damn plate, so I'm okay if that rice leaves.
Maggots.
Oh, it reminds me of maggots. Makes me want to vomit.
Rice reminds him of maggots.
So when you have children, don't let them clean out your trash can and then take a blowtorch around chasing the little maggots, frying them up, and then give them, and then you have them make the analogy of, ooh, looks like rice. Fucks them up for life. They will never be able to eat rice ever again. I speak from personal experience.
Oh, come on. I never think about maggots when I'm eating rice. I probably couldn't eat the rice anymore. So she
That's
loves
exactly
Bam.
why I can't do it.
She loves your Bam's no nonsense attitude.
Thank you, Sochi.
He says it like it is.
Hey, that's the way I feel about it.
Bam, what you call colorful. Colorful.
I am colorful. I don't put sugar on anything. It's my own point of view.
Nadia says, "Leave my double stuffed Oreos and classic peanut M&Ms alone. Enough of this pretzel M&Ms and spicy M&Ms or chocolate stuffed Oreos." Ugh, I don't know. Too much. Yeah, you know what? Leave them alone for a little while. Too much going fancy pants on all that. I deleted Twitter. Oh, well, yeah, I'm headed that way also. Agree, Nadia. Yeah, I agree. Everybody agrees. Didn't Biden have a few charities where he banked? Oh, a few. Guys, in a minute, we're going to have another former coworker of mine. Going to talk a little bit of the politics stuff. He just wants to join us, just having a random person jump in here. Yeah, we'll get into that too.
I think I got one more food topic.
Yeah, let me get a couple more of these. If they delete Cajun gravy, I won't ever touch Popeyes again. Now that's
inside that Cajun gravy is like liver. The little broke up pieces is liver, and it's really gross.
Is it really?
Yeah, I used to work at Popeyes.
I'll never eat that again. No freaking way. Red beans and rice. So they're getting rid of the red beans and rice.
The Cajun rice. So that the white rice with the green stuff they stick in it is still going to be there. The Cajun rice, I guess, is the spicy rice or the dirty rice. Yeah, it's the dirty rice.
Oh man, I remember the rice was good. I liked it. Me likey. I love the fried rice. Yeah, so did I. Man, I'm sorry for your weird blowtorch childhood.
I know. Well, I was bored. I think I was like 14, a little pyrophatic going on. I liked fire. Still love fire. It mesmerizes me.
Abel Nadia wants to know Popeye's chicken or Chick-fil-A. She's looking for Abel's opinion.
Popeye's chicken all the way.
You haven't had Chick-fil-A though, have you? Have you tried it?
I won't eat. I won't. I won't support that store.
It's not so bad. Let's see. Everybody, welcome Shane to the party.
Howdy, Shane.
How's it going, guys?
What's up? How you doing, bud?
Oh, doing all right.
Shane is a former coworker of mine, and now he's a little bit of an entrepreneur on his own. From
just a little bit of one
coming at us from Watertown, South Dakota. There it is, Chick-fil-A spicy sandwich daily. There's your answer.
I can agree with that.
You like that spicy chicken sandwich?
Especially the Chick-fil-A in the Denver airport.
Oh yeah.
They have that is one of the spiciest chicken sandwiches that I've ever had.
That
I've eaten a lot.
Chick-fil-A at Denver airport is always so freaking busy. It's not even funny. It's no different than a regular Chick-fil-A with the 2 rows of cars going around the whole parking lot.
Yeah.
It's just
but I've eaten at other Chick-fil-A's and they just don't touch the spice. I don't know what was different, but
and that says Cajun rice is made with gumbo filet seasoning, like Bam said, chicken livers and gizzards, not chitterlings. Those things are nasty.
Yeah,
I'll pass on that. I'm glad somebody told me that because I might have eaten that again.
Well, now you know, and no one's half the battle. Go, Joe!
Yeah, I don't get it. It's chicken. Yeah, it's true. It's just chicken. It's just chicken.
Well, now you got it. Now they're using all the chicken, the hearts, the livers, the gizzards. They're cutting it all up as small as they can and putting it in the gravy for you.
Bam, when we go to Chicago and get pizza in the next couple of weeks here, I'm going to get you a Chick-fil-A spicy chicken sandwich. You can try it. You won't pay for it. I'll buy it for you. So you can't.
I don't want anybody supporting that damn business.
It's just chicken. Just
It
chicken.
may be just chicken, but I don't believe in their beliefs.
What else we got? What's happening in politics today? Anything except for Joe signing off.
Well, I mean, Joe Biden signing all those
So reversing all those
executive orders.
Yeah.
I mean, let's just be real. Has anybody actually seen the papers that he signed?
You know, we were talking about this yesterday a little bit. Somebody was saying, "Well, look, he's not. It's a blank piece of paper." But
you look at this. You zoom in. You take stills of the video, and there's no writing on them.
I know they do look blank. I'm thinking it's lighting. It's the contrast.
Well,
it's too white. It's like you can't see.
Knowing what I do about how that whole machine works up there,
yeah,
it wouldn't shock me if they were blank. Because I mean, let's be honest. Every executive order that was ever signed, Donald Trump, when he signed them, he held them up.
Oh yeah, always.
People that, hey,
that's what I just signed.
This is actually real. Because I mean,
Joe was having trouble just getting the pen off the little pen rack thing.
Yeah. And
Joe doesn't even know how to wipe his own ass anymore. So there you have that.
Well, now the White House actually has a bidet, so you don't have to.
The White House has a bidet, does it really?
Yeah, I'm sure it does.
Well, it was, if you actually look at the budget for the White House and everything that they put out requests for bid, that was something that they put in for a request for bid under the Trump presidency, and they were actually being installed in December. That's when they were supposed to be installed.
So how do you know so much about this?
Just a little bit of research.
The only kind of chicken Lori likes is fried chicken, not so you don't like chicken breast fillets or anything like that. Have you guys ever had Raising Cane's? Have you seen that restaurant, Raising Cane's?
Never heard of them.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, that's some good stuff. That's really fresh chicken. It's not
that must be a Southern thing.
It is so good. Trump signed 220 executive orders. The signature is more symbolic. Yeah, it is. It's all virtue signaling, signing and thing, and showing it. But I don't know. Joe seems like a puppet, doesn't he? And then Kamala standing there in the background, just kind of standing there with holding her hands in front. It just looks weird.
Well, didn't you play that video I sent you the other day? I think I sent it to your messenger about him signing something, and you can hear him say, "I don't know what I'm signing," and then you hear her say, "Sign it anyway."
He says that. He says, "I don't know what I'm signing." She goes, "Just sign it."
But I mean, did you read that news article earlier today? There was an explosion at a food processing facility.
You know, I was just looking at that before we got online, and I can't get a freaking update on it. Apparently, 6 people died.
Yeah, and it was a liquid nitrogen container.
Yeah, I think five people died on the scene, and then another one died. Either at the hospital or en route to the hospital.
Yeah, and I mean it's tragic, but people don't realize that this stuff happens quite regularly around the country, and it just never makes the news.
Yeah, there was very little talk about it. And I'm looking at the different news sites right now. I'm just everybody calm down. I just happened to start with Fox News because it was here already. There's no talk about that explosion. Was that in Georgia?
Yeah, I'll pull up the article. It's Epic Times that actually.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, that's where I saw it too. Pretty sure that's where I saw it. Anyway, I get to some more of these here so we don't get backed up. Like Ed Osmo gets backed up by 30 minutes on his comments. Love you, Osmo. Great point, Shane. Yes, Don would hold up the portfolios. I meant to comment that on another show. Yeah, he did. I mean, it was just everybody showing off. I get it. Never heard of them. Raising Cane's is good. If you ever come across that, really, it's fresh. It's got a whole story behind it. The guy's dog was Cain or Canes or something about a dog. Yeah, that sauce is really good. Joe is Pinocchio, the liar puppet, right?
So, Kamala Harris. Here's a little tidbit for you, a little quid pro quo action for you, if you may.
Yeah.
Her stepdaughter, Ella Emhoff, was just giving a modeling career, like within the past week.
No way.
Yep. So talk about quid pro freaking quo.
Well, I think quid pro quo is Joe Biden's middle names.
Well,
Yeah.
that's quid pro Joe.
Her name is Ella Emhoff.
Yep, ELLA, and the last name is EMHOFF. And the only picture I seen of her, she had a face mask on, so I couldn't tell actually how attractive she was. But from the
and here's
nose
the
up, it did
here's
not
the
look so
headline.
good.
The headline from the Daily Mail in the UK: A style star is born. Kamala Harris's stepdaughter, Ella Emhoff, is branded the cool girl of the administration for her bedazzled Miu Miu coat, whatever the hell that is. Miu Miu, MIU.
Yeah, don't know.
Well, if we knew I don't think any one of us.
Oh, this is it. This is it. I got it. I found it. You want to see this? You want to see how freakish this looks? Well, not
Yeah,
freakish.
lay it on me.
I guess it doesn't look that horrible. But this is what a Miu Miu looks like.
Oh, it's an animal? Like a llama?
Oh gosh, that's hideous.
Yeah. So I can't tell how attractive she is because you can't see anything.
Well,
But
she has
from-
a face diaper on.
Yeah, I mean, she does. From what I see, she does not look that attractive. A very average woman. I'm not going to shame her, but she looks very average.
I mean, that coat's pretty cool. I guess it's the kind of right.
I think it's a 1960s comeback, blow up in your face, ugly thing.
Is this like herringbone or something like that? Is that what you call that? That pattern?
Well, I call it plaid.
No, it's not plaid. Plaid's got more squares in it. This has got some kind of little pattern on it.
I think it's plaid. And then these leaves that we glued on the shoulders, it's like, okay, I mean, less is more, people, kind of like with Paisley, less is more.
Hilda says, my dad was a cook in the Navy. At home, he would make chitterlings. Oh, man, that's so gross. How can you eat that stuff, guys? Oh, my God, it looked like dog barf. Sorry, so gross. Chitterlings.
I'm not sure what a chitterling is unless you mean chitlin.
You don't mean chitlin. I've heard this is like the third time I see chitterlings. What the hell is a chitterling?
I've heard the word chitterlings multiple times. It's a lot of it has to do with it's an East Coast type food, kind of the Southeast Coast.
Chitterlings. It even sounds like
it just sounds disgusting.
Oh, FFS. You know what that means, right? Her posture is really bad. She was kind of hunched over, wasn't she?
She was.
Is that tweed? Really? I thought it was. But is tweed?
I thought tweed was a type of material.
Right? Isn't tweed the fabric? I thought that had like a pattern.
I think tweed's a material.
But I'm no fashion expert, so
neither am I.
Women's fashion.
I'm jeans, t-shirt, but these days it's sweats and t-shirts because I can't find a pair of jeans that fit my fat ass anymore.
Mid-century modern is coming back in fashion and in the home with furnishings, etc. I think that's the most horrible furniture that you can buy. That old from the Queen Victoria age. The Mexicans have it, and they wrap it up in plastic. So
my great grandmother used to have a Davenport that she wrapped in plastic.
Davenport wrapped in plastic.
And you laugh, but the old people called them Davenports, but it was like that was the brand name. So they were referring to their furniture as the brand name, not actually what it was.
Shauna says, I stick with what I like. I don't do trends. I don't either. If I like it, I'll like it. I'll go with it. I don't do it just to do it. Nepotism at its best. Her stepsister wore basketball sneakers with her dress during the inauguration. Big whoop. Kendall Jenner is an elite model, and I bet you Kris Jenner, Kardashian, is not having this Biden girl having the modeling contract handed to her on a silver platter. Yeah, I get that. And
don't get me talking about them damn Jenners and Kendalls and Kardashians. I can't stand a lot of them. They all a bunch of hoes.
Yes, sir.
She
I'm
oh
looking for a picture of her.
that what the hell? The big one with the big ass. What the hell's her name?
Kim.
Yeah, that one. I mean, what woman in the right mind wants to go in and go from a little teeny tiny butt to a great big ass? Okay, women want a smaller ass. You don't want to serve dinner for 12 on your ass. And now you got Kim. She was just on. I watched her on an episode of Family Feud the other day, and Steve was talking to Kim, and she goes, and Steve asked her a question about, well, what part of your body don't you like? And she goes, well, my hips, because they bump into things. And I'm sitting there thinking, well, fuck yeah, they do now, you dumb bitch. You're 10 times the size they used to be. Oh my God, she's a dumb hoe.
You know, you're right. Actually, it's so big, it's so wide. It's like a couple of feet wide. I mean, it adds width. It adds width, doesn't it?
I mean, do you have to have a special made seat in your vehicle for your ass?
She's probably one of the only people that
I got Ella's picture.
Probably needs a backup beeper.
Yeah, oh yeah, right. You need a backup. Beep, beep, beep. When she's walking backwards.
Or instead
here's Ella.
Table legs.
Here's Ella M. Hoff. Here you go. Ready?
Oh, we have a real live picture of her.
We got a
whole face.
Whole face.
Okay, let's take a look at her.
Drum roll, please.
All right. Very average.
There you have
very
your
average
model with modeling contracts or whatever.
And I'm guessing this is probably before she actually goes in and has hair and makeup done.
I'm pretty sure that would be a safe bet.
This is one of the
and she looks very English. She looks very English.
One of the only pictures I could find, because everything else was she's got wearing a mask.
But she looks like she's pouty face.
Yeah. Manny, did you see this story about the Capitol Police talking about how they need to build a wall, a permanent wall around the Capitol?
Around the Capitol? Oh my goodness. Hold on a second.
Talking about Saratina wire and the whole 9 yards.
I love mid-century modern. It has clean lines and doesn't look stuffy. Allows for more room in the home. Really? Maybe I'm confused at what it is. I can honestly say I do not care about the Kardashians clan. Yeah, I mean either.
Shonda.
The other one I don't like either is that Chris Lee guy you mentioned the other day.
Well, I like him because he's actually kind of funny, even though everybody that sees the man questions his sexuality.
The whole show is fake.
But I love some of his little comments he comes up with. Like,
oh, come on, Marissa.
Oh, no, seriously. He had his little granddaughter, Chloe, when she was younger, probably 4, maybe 5. His daughter, I can't think of her name off the top of my head, was walking out, and she goes, see, Aunt Sissy, you will never walk out of this house with your Snapdragon snapping. And if you think about it a second, you'll know what it means.
So, okay. So I got to defend myself on this one. She says, Marissa says, haha, Manny knew which one had the big butt. Everybody knows who's got the big butt in that family. And you know what's funny? You can look up the videos, Kim Kardashian and the paparazzi. And she's getting in and out of her cars and in and out of these, wherever she's at, shopping or at the gym or whatever. And every time she turns around, she'll take whatever big bag she's got and she'll swing it around to cover her ass while she gets in and out of the car or walking around the car. So now.
But she loves to shoot off that vajayjay. She loves to show that thing off.
So she got the big butt for everyone to look at, but now she doesn't want anybody looking at it. What's up with that? What's up with that? Kim's butt makes her look like Yoshi from Super Mario.
Well, and then the names that she named her kids. We have a West. We have a Chicago.
Oh,
God, I can't think of the other 2, but they're just as stupid.
Yeah, I never understood
what happened in Atlanta.
So special about that. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, it was interesting at first with the Bruce Jenner thing, and then when he went and did his whole transformation,
he was the
get it transformation.
He was the path layer for everybody else in the country.
Yeah, I think the hilarious part is that Sports Illustrated made him Woman of the Year, like right after that, like right away.
I'm sorry, I have to question how the hell can you put him on the cover of Sports Illustrated to call him Woman of the Year when he still has a dick?
Yeah, he's not snipped yet, right?
No,
as far as we know.
Not to our knowledge.
And it wouldn't matter because he'd still be a guy.
Well, even if you have all the proper organs on the outside, the chest and the china closet and everything and the looks. Okay, yeah, you look like a woman, but technically you are not a woman because you do not have ovaries. But then I can't say that because a woman that actually has a hysterectomy had hers removed. So is she still a woman? Absolutely.
Yeah, because she was born with it. She was born with it. You can't put a uterus into a man and say, "Oh, and now he's a woman."
Well, this doesn't work. They were never born with one, so they were never born with the equipment to actually have or birth a child.
Chloe's so much taller than her sister. Is the mama is a hoe? Well, damn,
they all hoes.
She's in denial that O.J. Simpson is Chloe's father. Ooh, really?
Did Kim really sleep with O.J. Simpson? I thought it was just the Kardashian lawyer guy and Bruce.
Kim, you don't mean Kim. You mean the mom. What's her name?
Jenner.
Yeah, but first name I can't remember. Can't remember. She should be a mask model. A mask model.
Kris Jenner.
Kris Jenner. That's right. She looks like Joe Biden. Oh my goodness, she does. Not attractive at all. No, Dina. I mean.
Well, this is before hair and makeup.
Yeah, and you're at the beach. You got a hat on.
I mean, how many ladies, seriously, even movie stars, how many of them are going to put a face on, get their hair done up to hang out at a beach? I don't think of one of them, unless if they're doing a shoot or a movie.
And I'm sure this was before she knew she was getting a modeling contract. She's like, "You did what for me? I have a what now? I got to do what now?"
Well, I'm almost certain that most of the pictures where she's without makeup online, they're going to get scrubbed pretty quick.
Yeah, they'll disappear. We know.
You might as well just save this one, Manny, for the record.
Right? We know who has that giant ass. You can see it from the moon. Damn. It is pretty big. It is. If you haven't looked at it, go look at some recent pictures. I think she makes it bigger by the year. Chrisley, grandma's a hoot. Oh yeah, I've seen the grandma.
All right, Chrisley, yeah,
he's funny. All right, I'll give you that.
But Granny Faye is a hoot.
Is the guy gay though?
Who? Todd?
The dude. I don't know his first name. He just seems very a little feminine, a little bit.
Well, he is. He's very in touch with his feminine side, just like his son, Chase.
No, that's not the reason I don't like the show. I just don't like the show. I think it's, you know what?
I think if you sat down and watched a couple episodes, you'd end up laughing your ass off.
I used to watch religiously? The Real Housewives of Atlanta.
Okay, first off, they're not Real Housewives. They're clueless on what a housewife actually does.
Well, you're right, but
so they are not Real Housewives.
I used to like to watch Nene all the time. I have
not watched one episode. I can't do it.
I used to watch Nene and Kim and Candy when they used to go at it and argue and throw stuff and
Now watch me whip. Now watch me nay. Watch me whip. And watch me nay.
But now it's also phony, all of it. And then it came up with Housewives of LA, Housewives of New Jersey, Housewives of not the DC area. What do they call it? What's that area of DC? I can't think of it. Anyway.
But they're not real. They are the most fake people in the world. All the way from head to toe. Nose, ass, lips, tits, all of it. They're all fake.
From the Wheaties box to the cover of Sports Illustrated as a woman. That's right. It's just like that. And
and it's kind of funny because most people, I mean, who in their right mind will put that much botulinum in their body?
I bet she never gets migraines, right?
That's
all that silicone in her face? Hell no.
That's right. So your DNA identifies your gender. I know, but some people they don't want to hear it. She has Air Jordan equipment in that booty, right? I think she's got hydraulics in there. Jeez.
You almost need hydraulics just to be able to lift
Oh
it.
yeah, I forgot. Let me change that picture. It's kind of creepy just sitting there. Thanks for the reminder on that one. Manny knows I have enough reality in real life. I don't need to watch reality TV. That's true, man. We all got our own drama. That's like, who needs to watch this crap? Bring a camera to my house, right, and watch. I bet some of you people got some decent drama that would make for good TV.
Oh, Saturday I'm gonna have a good TV here. I got to watch the Wendy Williams, that fucking crackhead. Oh my god, I got to watch her.
That's on Saturday,
9:00. No, 8:00.
And with 4 kids, Manny, you know I have a 3-ring circus.
Well, anybody with kids has got their hands full.
Yeah.
First off, I
5
love everybody that has children. They're not for me. I can't stand little sons of bitches. Oh, I hate them. Yeah. But God love you if you have a kid. God love you. More power to you. I'm just too selfish to have them.
There's like no pictures of this woman, that little girl, that daughter, the stepdaughter or whatever. What's her name? Ella Imhoff. I think the first 2 pictures are the best ones, but she's wearing masks in both of them. And then everything else is just little baby pictures or whatever, but nothing.
Yeah, I think the scrub down's already going.
Yeah, it could be. You could be right. What else we got going on? Anything else we want to bring up before we move it along here?
Well, you know, Obama or Biden, whatever the hell you want to call the guy, is bringing back Obamacare because he evidently Trump fucked it up, and I mean Trump never fucked it up, and Obama fucked it up is who actually fucked it up. Because I'll tell you, I had great insurance until Obamacare came out. And then when Obamacare came out, my employer said, "Oh, we don't have to offer insurance anymore."
Yeah. The problem I had with Obamacare was the mandate that if you didn't have it or have any kind of insurance, bam, here's $700, no pun intended. Here's a $750 or a $1,200 or a $1,600 penalty.
Oh, you're not wrong. But yeah, you know, and Trump done away with that. He said, you know, that's ridiculous. So, you know, he done away with that fee or that penalty. So I bet you that's coming back.
You know what's a good show? Undercover Billionaire. A billionaire is taken from his fortune and placed in a random little town with a vehicle and like $400. And they have like 30 days to start a business without using their name and fame. I got to check that out. What channel is that on? What network is that? See, that sounds.
I think I've seen that on Discovery.
Hey guys, you like business? Good viewing is on CNBC. Mark Lemonis. He's got a show called The Prophet. And then he's got this new show called Street of Dreams, I think it's called. And he did this whole 1-hour episode on the CBD oil and how they're infusing it into all these other products. And one of them is the guy who invented Blue Moon beer. Now he's creating a beer infused with CBD.
And that's, I mean, going back to the individual mandate, I think that anytime the government mandates anything, quite honestly, I would love to see Joe Biden try to do it through executive fiat to bring back the individual mandate.
Is that mandate coming back? Do we know?
Well, they're going to try to push it through, but here's that mandate becomes a tax law, and tax laws have to have over 60 members. The Senate would have to pass it.
Oh, by a 60 majority.
Yep. They can't pass tax law under the Constitution without getting that 60.
Why would you bring that back thinking it's going to be a hit?
Well,
I mean, who signs up for this and says, yeah, that sounds good to me?
Well, and Nancy was the one that said, well, there's a lot of good stuff in here. You have to vote for it to see what's in it. Okay, if anybody tells you that, first off,
yeah,
they're blowing a lot of smoke up your ass. Second off, they need to have their head examined. And third off, you need to go, absolutely fucking not.
That was a classic line. Oh, we have to approve it before we know what's in it. Like,
and then Hillary Clinton was parroting that whole line too, multiple times.
Yeah.
But I mean,
There's another name I don't miss
Yeah.
at all. One bit.
Well,
It
wait a
was
minute.
kind of funny.
I'm sure Biden's going to bring that heifer back.
Well, it was kind of funny. I was talking to a buddy of mine, and he works just down the road from the White House, and I was like, dude, what's really going on there?
Yeah.
He said, Shane, if anybody knew what was going on,
Hi, Snoopy. Welcome.
Snoopy, hang on.
he said, Shane, if anybody knew what was going on, we'd all be millionaires.
Yeah.
So I got another little tidbit with the old with my friend.
Your
My
friend,
friend's
hold on.
coming back.
Hang on, let me get through a couple of these. My insurance costs skyrocketed. Great.
Yep.
Obama Harris, Obamagate, Obamacare. And Marissa said, Abel, they only get $100. Who's that? Oh, what conversation was that? $100. What are you talking about?
Not sure.
Are they talking about? I don't know what you're talking about. Marissa, explain yourself. Lucy, explain yourself. Thoughts on the whole GameStop thing?
I think the big hedge fund managers got their asses handed to them.
Yeah, but I mean, the whole thing is, since when is it not okay for the little regular guy to make some money?
Well, that's a thing, Manny. I mean, when these big hedge fund managers, how the whole thing works is they're taking these narrow slates of stocks, and they have 19 to 20 of these different slates that they have short sold, or they're selling, they're buying and selling on margin. Well, what people don't realize is margin is not an actual stock.
Right.
So they're betting against the market, saying that stock's going to go under. So if it actually outperforms that, they lose billions of dollars.
Correct.
So, I mean, it's great. But any of these platforms, I mean, don't get me wrong, I've used Robinhood. I've used quite a few other of these platforms myself.
And
I think what they did is criminal.
really?
What
I don't think it was nothing illegal done there, man.
the platforms themselves block access to purchasing these stocks.
Oh, that, yes, absolutely.
That is what I'm talking about. As being
100%.
illegal.
Yes, correct.
I
Like I said,
say more power to it. If they can keep it up until Monday, doing these with different stocks.
That's more of the little guy trying to get ahead, and the big guy going, that's not gonna happen.
Yeah, and I mean, if they did it till Monday, there's calculations out there saying that these giants will have lost just shy of $160 billion.
That much, huh?
That's what people are saying.
Yeah, they win and lose that much back and forth every other day.
No, they would shut it down.
Yeah.
But
Abel says, mandate, so women don't need to follow it. Get it? Mandate, since they want to.
Good one, Abel.
They want to genderize everything. Mandate, woman date, or just date?
Person date.
Person date? Not even that.
I mean, that just sounds retarded.
Oh, I have to change my name now? Damn it.
Yeah, you will.
I'm just going to have to be Nee.
Or we call you Y.
Just Nee. Nye. The Billionaire Show. Got to watch that. See,
I just call you Yo-Yo.
Oh, $100. Oh, okay. $100 they give him for the undercover billionaire guy, not $400. They give him $100.
If I could start doing anything with $100, I can't even go to the grocery for $100.
A woman, Abel. It's illegal for a party of people to say, let's all jump on this stock and hold it just to build up a stock, and then wait for all the dummies to buy in, and then they'll buy. Yeah, but it does happen all the time. They just don't make it so
obvious.
Yeah.
What,
yeah.
Abel? My question to you would be, what do all these hedge funds do? I mean, they buy stocks to increase the value of these stocks, and then people see that and they start flocking to it and they dump. It happens all the time.
Yeah, and some people will make a ton of money on it, and others are not going to get that lucky. The ones who dumped it, the ones who dumped already. I mean, the money's made already. Whoever made it. If they got out in time, and they knew what to do with it.
Yeah, but that's why I'm just looking at. I look at all that stuff and those hedge funds. I mean, yeah, there's a reason for them, but in all reality,
Hey,
they're
good
the exact same thing.
good movie out there. It's related to this. The stock market crash is The Big Short. Anybody seen that?
No, I've never seen it.
Never heard of it.
In The Big Short, they're talking about how people capitalized on the housing market crashed in the 90s, and it was ugly. It's a good movie, man. Great, informative movie. It's got Steve Carell. That's his name. Brad Pitt is in it, and what's the other guy from the Driver movie? Damn it, I can't remember his name.
And Nadia, no. Cryptocurrency and the Cash App are the Cash App. You can buy cryptocurrency, but it's actually not even part of any stock exchange. They're on cryptocurrencies are traded on forum or trade exchanges that are separate.
Yeah, cryptocurrency. That's something I totally don't get. I don't feel it. I don't get it. Doesn't interest me either.
Yeah, I don't want to
Bam,
talk about it. I lost way too much fucking money on that shit.
Yeah, Bam didn't. I don't know what happened there, but
it was a pure shit show. I got really excited because I'm like, at first I was just doing a little bit of money, like $200, $300, $400, $500. I'm like, wow, I'm making money. So then I'm like 10,000. I'm like, whoa. Then I put in 100,000. I'm like, yes. And then it started going down, and then it started going back up to. I'm like, okay, we'll do another 50. So I had a little over $150,000 in it. And it started going down and going down and going down. I'm like, I'm going to take my fucking money out. I'm going to take it out. And I let it go, and it went all the fucking way down to like $4,000. I lost, I don't know how many thousands of dollars. I took it all out. And then I look a week later, and the shit's up to $20,000 fucking dollars. I was so fucking pissed.
Yeah, that gotta hurt.
Oh, it hurt. It hurt a lot. A lot of my money went.
And there's a lot of people that make a lot of money doing it. I mean,
there are a lot of people that do, but I'm one of them.
Yeah. Well, I'm one of those people that haven't either. So
Abel says this went public. It was a big thread on Reddit. Becomes illegal when it can be proven. Right? Yeah. Exactly. Cash App is
exactly.
What else we got?
Okay, so my friend Nancy, my best friend Nancy.
Oh, Bam's friend Nancy Pelosi.
Yeah, my best friend. She's up to her old shenanigans.
Now what's Nancy doing now?
She said she is going to come up with a relief bill, with or without the Republicans' help.
Really?
Yep, she's going to do it.
Well,
so she's up to her old shenanigans. She doesn't give a rat's ass about the Republicans. She's going to do her own thing, just like she has for the past 50 years there in government. So, yep, it's all about Nancy. It's Nancy's life. It's Nancy's presidency. It's Nancy's everything.
So, how's she going to pull that off?
So long as there's not taxes tied to it, what they'll do is they'll pull the Mitch McConnell move and basically change the rules of the Senate, drop it to a 51% vote, or basically they just have to have 51 people. Kamala's a tiebreaker.
Yeah, that's right. And she would.
And
it's a scary thought.
Yeah, that's pretty much what it is. And then my last political thing for the night, because I'm over politics. It burns my ass anymore at this point. But Paul Rand, is his last name Rand? Yeah, I think it is.
Yeah, Rand Paul.
Yeah,
Rand Paul.
Yeah, he flat out says this impeachment is dead in the Senate. 46 Republicans and himself are going to vote against it. So you only need 1/3, and I guess that's 1/3, so, or more than 1/3. So they're good.
What they call it? He called it dead on arrival.
Yep.
Well, and who in their right mind? I mean, honestly, I don't think it's ever been tried to the last week a president's in office.
They don't care. That's what I mean. This is not about
This is just.
This is really personal. I mean, they don't want to ever give him a chance to get back in there again at all.
It's not going to matter. I mean,
why? And they're going to get screwed because he's got stuff on everybody. I'm convinced of it. Anyway, he's got stuff on.
Yeah, I think there's quite a bit more.
I just can't wait for the day that the police and the FBI and everybody walks up into the Capitol building and puts them all in the paddy wagon, takes their ass to jail.
Well, it'd be the U.S. Marshals and the military because.
Yeah, there was some video going around. Oh, look, in an office building, and FBI and CIA and they got people arrested and carrying boxes out of an office or something. Like, yeah, that's probably phony. I didn't post that one up.
Yeah, no, there's a lot of stuff out there. I mean, credible information's hard to come by.
Yeah,
well, if I'm not mistaken, U.S. Marshals don't really arrest people. They more or less transport people.
They detain and transport. It's not technically an arrest, if I'm not mistaken.
But when it comes to U.S. officials, FBI agents cannot arrest U.S. officials. U.S. Marshals can. They're still tried under DOJ, and their federal courts are who's going to try them. But the FBI.
So those wishful thinking photos of Obama being walked out in handcuffs or Hillary Clinton in an orange jumpsuit, that stuff's not going to happen ever.
I don't. I mean, to be honest, unless they have the evidence in spades.
Yeah.
Of all this stuff actually happening.
And from what I hear, there is evidence. It's all over the place, but nobody wants to look at it.
Why do you think all Hillary's people end up with 47 stab wounds or 22
look at Seth Rich.
Bullet holes in them?
Yeah, fell on a knife 4 times by accident. Poor guy.
I mean, who in their right mind? Okay, so Seth Rich, being an intern, he's an electronics guru. That's what he's good at. Right?
Yep.
He gets mugged and a mugging gone wrong. And there's nothing taken. But the only thing that's not found on his body is the flash drive that's usually around his neck. You look at pictures of Seth Rich.
Yeah.
He always has a chain around his neck. And there's a flash drive on the end of it. Where did it go? Well,
and dude was shot twice. He was shot twice from behind, if I remember correctly.
And he was alive.
Yeah.
Till just after he got to the hospital.
And he was I don't know where it happened. I don't know if he was out jogging or whatever, or was at home. But it was like at 3 or 4 o'clock in the morning or something like that.
He's walking home from a bar. But yeah, all his friends say that he didn't drink.
Hey guys, if you get a chance, check out the movie The Big Short. It's got Ryan Gosling. Who else is in this thing? Christian Bale's in it.
So where did Bam go? He decided to bail.
No, he'll be back. Steve Carell's in it. Even Brad Pitt comes out in it for a little bit. Marissa Tomei. And it talks about the housing market crash. Back in the late 90s, early 2000s, you can get a mortgage even if you couldn't prove your income. I should say you didn't have to prove your income and your credit a lot of times. And they were giving out mortgages to anybody and their mother. But they were balloon loans. So for the first 5 years, your payment's nice and cushy at $600, $800 a month or whatever. But then come 5 years when it matures, guess what? You refinance. Otherwise, your payment is going up to now. Your payment is $2,500 or something like that. And everybody who could afford the $600 or $800 now, they're like, "What? $2,500 mortgage payment?" And people lost their homes, but other people made money, and they knew how to play it right. That's a really interesting movie, and it's a true story. Check it out. It's called The Big Short. Sean was hoping for a perfectly, carefully aimed bolt of lightning to strike somebody in particular. Here's the thing. Trump doesn't need to hold the office anymore to influence the economy. That's right. He doesn't. And he's going to be out there more than ever, probably right now. I mean, he already said it. He's going to be a big player, a big voice in the GOP. If the GOP remains the GOP. I don't think it's been very grand lately, but.
Well, it's kind of funny. There was a guy that was, or a reporter was following along with Trump when he was playing golf the other day. And then you hear off to the side of the reporter somebody thanking President Trump for his service, and he says, "You think I'm done yet?"
Oh yeah, I saw it.
Over by a long shot.
Yeah, apparently wherever he lives, I guess in Mar-a-Lago, he's only allowed there for X number of days. Bam, you were telling me that?
Yeah, he with the city, whatever city it is, Mar-a-Lago, I think is the name of the estate or the golf course. But evidently he has a mansion there. And he's only allowed to stay 7 days at a time and no more than 21 days a year. And this is an agreement with the city he made. And now the city is having issues with him living there, breaking that agreement. So I don't know if he's going to have to find a different house. And it could be just because it's like a golf course and it's meant to be a golf course and not a residence. It could be that. I don't know. I read a little bit into it. I didn't go deeply into it because it was like a good 30-minute read.
I wonder why he would make that kind of deal.
It doesn't sound like it would be a good deal to make, especially on his part.
Because 20 days in Mar-a-Lago for him, I don't think that'd be enough.
Well, he got that in the last year.
I mean, could it be an issue? Like I told Bam, could it be an issue because of the Secret Service detail he's got now for the rest of his life? I mean, that causes a ruckus anytime he goes somewhere.
Yeah, and even when he's not there, Secret Service has got to have a presence there 24/7 like they do in Obama's house there in Chicago, even though last I knew Obama wasn't living in it.
What's wrong with Pence now? Don't mess with my little Pence guy. Why is he homeless? I mean, I don't mean
because
homeless,
they sold their house in Indiana.
Well, it's his own damn fault that he hadn't bought a new residence to live in.
I'm sure they're renting something in Washington.
Do you think he sold the house thinking he was going to be at the White House another 4 years?
It's entirely possible because everybody was saying that Trump was going to win a second election.
Mike Pence is homeless after leaving office and couch surfing with Indiana politicians, report says.
I don't think he's
former Vice President Mike Pence, who was thrust into the spotlight during the last day of Donald Trump's presidency, does not have a permanent place to live since leaving his official residence at the U.S. Naval Observatory in Washington. Though his farewell address, Mr. Pence announced he was moving back to his home state of Indiana in the summer, he offered no details on the specifics of where he would move to with his wife, Karen. I like Karen. I think she's pretty cool. Official records show Mr. Pence, who grew up in Columbus, and hasn't owned a home in Indiana for at least the past 8 years. So he's probably house shopping. That's what he's doing.
I hope he's doing more than that.
Nice piece of news there, Dina. They're like timeshares, right? What do you think? You think I'm done yet means? I think he's going to, personally, now that he's not in office, I think he's going to have so much more to say.
Well, don't you think it's kind of funny he created a new office?
Yeah, right.
Well, and did anybody actually know that the Mar-a-Lago estate was actually supposed to be the Winter White House? Did you know that?
Well, wasn't it though?
At one point in time, yeah.
Yeah. I mean, that's where he spent his off time usually.
Well, no, before he was even the president. He bought.
Oh, you mean that was supposed to be? Oh, I see. Not necessarily for him, but for everyone, all presidents to use it. And they're okay.
And he had bought it, and
I bet they don't want to stay there now. Nobody does.
Well, of course not.
Yeah, well, evidently all the members are complaining how lousy the food is, and they don't want to pay their $50,000 a year fee to belong to the club.
Yeah, you're right. We just read that right just now, Dina.
Yeah.
He's got no home. He's got to be house hunting right now. Maybe he'll pop up on that episode of House Hunters.
That'd be kind of
former Vice President Mike Pence and his wife Karen are shopping for home right now after leaving Washington D.C.
And then the Blaze is just reporting now that Lynn Wood was told that if he wants to keep his law degree, he has to take a state mental health exam.
Oh, good Lord.
I'm like, really?
What about this? Lynn Wood? Let me pull that story up. By the way, there's more news of that crap going on in Chicago with the teachers and the teachers union.
Oh, sweet Jesus!
Andy, I'm sending it to you right now.
Lynn Wood, American attorney, conspiracy theorist, blah blah. Okay, yep, that doesn't interest me right now. The Chicago teachers union story interests me right now. I know we got teachers in here. Will Pence run in 4 years? I don't think so. I read that it could be the case. Ted Cruz is definitely probably going to run for sure. Almost guaranteed.
I don't think he has a snowball's chance in hell, but
Cruz, no, I don't think so either. And
I mean, I like the guy. He's extremely intelligent, but I don't think he'd win a nomination, let alone be a president.
No, I don't either. The other guy either. What's his name? Marco Rubio. Him, even less for him.
Well, Marco Rubio is just a showman for
He's staying in a borrowed cabin. He's staying in a cabin, kind of like my cousin Vinny when they stayed out in the cabin before the night before court.
Weekend at Bernie's.
Can't he move back into Trump Towers? Yeah, he probably could, but I don't know. He wants to.
I don't think he wants to live in New York.
Yeah, probably not.
I wouldn't want to live in New York.
Not to mention they don't want him there, but of course, you know how he feels about that one. Yeah. Oh, there's my girl Tulsi Gabbard. I hope she runs again. I mean, this time, you know what? She would have been good. That's somebody who I could vote for president.
Here's something I kind of just thought of right now. Run Donald Trump and Tulsi Gabbard. You run them together as a split ticket, Republican, Democrat.
I'd like to see Rice run.
Susan Rice?
No, Condoleezza.
Oh yeah, Condoleezza, absolutely. But she said no. I think she's got no interest in that.
She's a little spitfire.
Yeah, she's got the brain. But you know what?
Candace Owens would be a good one.
Who?
Candace Owens.
Yeah, I like Candace. Everything she talks about, she says, but not yet. Not yet.
Yeah, she needs a little bit more polish on her.
Yeah. And I'm not saying she's not.
We need to get Maxi. There's a lot of people we need to get rid of. Maxi Pad, Nancy, Sandy Cortez,
Tulsi. So you guys know, people who know me or been watching me for a while know I'm conservative, right leaning, but conservative, and I'm not just straight right ticket. Tulsi Gabbard, she's a Democrat. I would totally vote for her. I mean, I was hoping she would win, but I'm telling you, this whole thing was rigged. They didn't care who was up there. They were going to eliminate everybody, and they selected Joe Biden and they selected Kamala Harris.
So here in Illinois, when you go to vote, like when I go to vote next year, or not next year, year after, in 2 years. So what is that? 2022?
Yeah.
Okay. So when I go to vote for 2022, I walk in walk over to where I go, and they go, Democrat or Republican? Well, I typically vote Republican, but on the off chance, there's usually one, sometimes two Democrats that are worth voting for. About 99.9% of them you don't want to vote for, but on the rare occasion there's one or two. So before the election of president, I went in there and I said, well, I'm a Republican, and they gave me my ballot, and I started looking at it, and I stopped and I turned and I looked and I said, my ballot's broke. She goes, what do you mean it's broke? I said, there's no Democrats on here. She goes, well, that's because you're voting Republican. I said, true, but not all Democrats are bad. There's 0.1000001%. One of you is halfway decent.
And Tulsi's one of the good ones, I think.
Yeah. So, and they're like, well, you either vote Democrat or you vote Republican. You don't get a mixed ballot until you vote for a president.
Yeah.
I'm like, well, that's a crock of shit.
100%.
And she said, well, that's the law in Illinois.
So Candace Owens, there's a whole young crowd out there right now. And I mean, I got a lot of confidence in them.
I really like Candace Owens.
Yeah, me too. She just had a baby. But it's just not time right now. It's not time for her yet. It's not time for.
No, I think she's going to be up and coming and like,
McEnany.
Yeah.
I don't think her heart is in it. I think you really got to be into it.
I mean, Kayleigh McEnany did a really fantastic job in the final months of the Trump presidency. She was very in your face and putting the smackdown where she saw fit.
Yeah, she was not afraid, just like Sarah Huckabee Sanders too.
Well, and they tried to take her degree away from her.
Yeah, no F's. The letter F, no F's given there. They are strong women, and they will defend what they believe in and their job, and that's the way it should be. Now,
did you know that Sarah Huckabee or whatever we're calling her these days?
Sarah Huckabee.
Yeah, she's running for governor
of Arkansas.
Yeah,
hell yeah! I hope she wins.
I do too.
And Manny,
because her next step now, that's when it could be president there in a few years.
I actually reached out to her team today to see about getting an interview.
Oh, is that right?
Yeah, for the news network. So it was kind of I thought, you know what, if I'm gonna start a news agency, I might as well start interviewing people.
Yeah, it'd be a nice start, definitely, for sure. Okay, let's talk about. I believe her name is Psaki, Psaki, the new press secretary for Mr. President Joe Biden, the redhead,
the bumbling idiot,
the bumbling redhead
idiot.
She's not an idiot because she's a redhead. She's an idiot because she's a bumbling idiot. Has no clue. Dodges. She dodges.
Let me circle back to you on that. Oh, that's a good question. I'll circle back to you on that.
Yeah. Have you guys seen any of her press conferences? It's a joke.
Oh, huge fucking joke. Just like Biden. Bigger joke than Kamala.
I mean, they're not totally being soft on her. They're trying to get some answers, but she is not going to freaking answer what they want.
Well, of course.
She'll go around it. It's frustrating to watch. And I'm trying to watch it. I'm trying to be, good American. Yeah, watch everybody, right? I'll listen to everyone. Just like here, everyone is welcome here. I don't care what your political preference is or whatever. We can talk. And so I try to watch, but it's so freaking hard to watch BS.
Oh, and at what point would a news reporter just stop and say, and when are you actually going to circle back? Because at this point, you got to be dizzier than a motherfucker.
Right. Geesh. Yeah, if you guys haven't seen a press conference with her yet, you should watch a couple days of that. Tomorrow's Friday. Watch her tomorrow.
Get a latte and some popcorn because it's definitely entertaining.
Yeah, Kaylee would grab her notes when somebody started asking a question about whatever
She'd
foreign
start flipping.
policy. She'll go to flip. She'll get to that page of that topic, and she knows what was on there, and she would talk to you, and she would talk and answer the question. But this one, Saki, she just reads the statement, and she just. I don't see any confidence there. Abel, later, man. Hope your mom gets better, man. We're all praying
later,
for her.
man.
Dina.
She has creepy eyes like Zuckerberg. Yeah, I didn't think about that one. Ida, hi there. How are you doing? Ida's with AOBE, the Association of Brownsville Educators, which is a teachers union, if I'm not mistaken, right? Good people, represents the teachers and the educators, trying to definitely fight for them. Welcome, Ida.
Manny, going back to the press secretary thing, I'd actually hate to be a reporter in that room because I don't think they supply the pillows.
No. Oh yeah, it's going to be an interesting few years there. And like I said, I'll watch it. I keep watching it because he is the president, and
well, for how long though? I mean, let's be real.
Let's see.
Get past March 1st to say that he outlasted expectations.
So you think springtime, huh?
I think he's gonna. I think about the same time the horses are being turned pasture. So
good night, Shonda.
So will he. So
I'm thinking.
Night, Shonda.
June, July. He's gonna start to get Alzheimer's or something, and then they're gonna.
Well, he already said after 90 days he's gonna have a disease.
Watch what happens. He did say that on camera, didn't he?
Well, he also said the first time that him and Kamalia have an argument, one of them's going to get a disease and retire.
Yeah, and I wonder who that's going to be.
I doubt it's going to be Kamalia.
No, she's too power hungry. And
the interesting is sooner than July. So not even 6 months. You're thinking what? Maybe springtime, January,
end of
March, April. How's this going to play
out? It's the 25th Amendment's going to be announced on April 1st.
You think
and then
so?
everybody go, April's Fool's Day.
And then they'll figure that's not a joke.
Hey, before we start signing off and losing some people here, we start winding down. I did have a question. I wanted to get you guys' opinions and everybody we got here. Now that Ida is around, hopefully you're still watching, Ida. What's your whole take on kids and going back to school and the teachers in Chicago who don't want to go back to work? I don't want to say back to work necessarily, like they just don't want to work, but they claim they're afraid of the Rona, the COVID. And I got my opinion on this too, but I don't know. You guys don't have kids, so Shane, you got kids. What are they doing in Watertown, South Dakota over there?
Well, my kids are in school, in person. Yeah, I mean, they put up little partitions, little plexiglass partitions, and we get notified so-and-so was exposed. Or they don't say a name, but they say a student or a staff member was exposed to COVID. Not that big of a deal.
Do you have teachers getting sick and dying over there, or kids even? Are kids getting sick or dying or getting?
We haven't had any issues, and because of what I do, for my main job, I'm actually in quite a few of their homes.
Yeah,
you know what I do primarily for a living, but I mean, I was talking to the principal of one of the schools, and I asked her, I was like, so was it hard to get the teachers back? And she said, no, we'd prefer to be in school. She said, all these teachers who are too scared to go, why weren't they scared 2 years ago?
Okay, so, but if they're scared, even if they're scared, hang on a second. Snoopy says, I want them to do well because if they don't, we all become affected by it. And you're right. I don't want, unlike when Trump was in office, everybody wants him to fail, wanting the country to fail. I don't want him to fail. I just don't want him to make all these bonehead decisions he's making right now.
That he's doing and going to fail anyway.
As he's doing it, it's gonna. I mean, oh
When-
man, we get into that so much more.
When you're talking about with the first 250 executive orders, when I don't want any president to fail, but I look at it at a pure economic standpoint. When in the first 250 that you signed, you've already eliminated over or pretty close to 100,000 jobs.
Yeah. I'm not sure how many jobs. I hear the range goes from 15,000 up to 80,000 up to 100,000 jobs. I keep hearing that range. So whatever it is, they are job losses for sure.
Continental Resources just announced today through their shareholder meeting that they were getting ready to eliminate 25,000 due to the Keystone XL.
25,000.
What people don't realize is there's so many other industries that are going to be affected by them stopping the construction. Well, now all those towns that they're going through, that they've been ramping up, people have been being hired.
Yeah.
All those jobs are lost now. Now the economies of those towns are tanking. And
not just in America. I mean, this affects Canada as well.
Oh yeah. I know a guy up in Alberta. And yeah, he's retired, but he said, my son don't even have a job anymore.
Yeah. And then you got to think about, okay, so the pipeline was safely moving oil from north to south. Right? So now they're going to stop it or have stopped it. Now you got to put the oil in trucks. Truck drivers got in there, and now they got to transport all this oil and crude or whatever it is in dangerous fashion by driving it down highways and through America.
But
a couple of accidents here or there, and guess what?
Yeah, and a lot of people don't understand the logistics or the consequences. I mean,
there are many.
All these libs that think that we're gonna fix the economy by not taking any oil down a pipeline that's transporting it for cleaner than the trucks. Yeah. I mean, I understand that AOC was a bartender before she went to Congress. I think she was loaded up with a few too many drinks before she went and decided to run.
Yeah, that's somebody else that not very fond of. So Snoopy says the word "second gentleman" has made it into the dictionary. Yeah, that's what that's all about. That's preparing everyone. Second gentleman. I thought it was first gentleman, first lady, first gentleman, isn't it? So it would be first.
It's always president and first lady, and then vice president, and I don't know what they call his wife.
Second lady, I guess they call it. Okay, so second gentleman. Okay. So in other words, they're preparing really for Kamala to be president and her husband to be the second gentleman.
Yeah, but the proper way to greet her would be Madam Secretary or Madam President. But if we're doing without gender, how the hell are you gonna
trust me? They're gonna want gender. I promise you. They're not gonna. The hypocrisy will be totally exposed because they will. She does want to be referred to as the first female black president. Female.
That bothers me because she's not black.
I know. Just.
I got to swallow that pill with like a shit ton of water. But anyways, here.
Yeah, hang on. Marissa says my daughter is not going to face-to-face instruction, taking online classes. Husband is a teacher and he's been going to school and has students face-to-face instruction. But are you guys okay with face-to-face? I mean, you guys have a problem with sending your kids to school? Teachers, if you're out there, I know there's some teachers out there. Are you afraid to go teach in a classroom? I don't know. I guess I want to everybody's thought. My mind is all over the place on this. I want to say get the kids back in school. Besides the learning issue There's the social issue of kids not being
they
around
have to
other
have
kids.
interaction with people of their own age.
Yeah, learn how to interact and know how to deal with each other. That's one of those things. And kids get depressed. Kids do get depressed. They show it in different ways, but you keep a kid home 7 days a week, 6 days a week, and he is going to get bummed out. So the problem I have is, okay, send everybody back to school. Kids are not going to infect each other necessarily, but older people can get infected. So teachers, right? So teachers can get infected by a kid who doesn't know he's got it. Then she takes it home, infects her husband or her family, his or her mother, father, grandmother, grandfather. So I get that whole dynamic, and I do understand it. But some part of me says, oh, man, I fly 2 to 4 times a week, maybe 6 times a week sometimes. And I've been on airplanes a lot this whole past year since this whole pandemic started. And I was afraid at first somewhat, but, I'm not anymore. I haven't been. I take my precautions. You wear your mask like a good boy. You try you don't cough out freely. You don't sneeze out into the open. And if somebody does, I kind of take my shirt and I'm like, but I have my mask on. So
really, you murderer!
Yeah, stop it. So I'm kind of conflicted as to, yes, I think kids should go back to school. On the other hand, when you're talking about a very high risk area, like the south of Texas is right now, where there's a lot of hospitalizations, maybe it's not a bad idea to shut down the system for a while and say, you know what, everybody stay home for 90 days and, we'll come back and we'll see you then.
So in the school district that I live in, and even the ones a little south, like in the Rockford area, they before school started, they gave the parents and the students the choice. Do you want to learn at home or do you want in-person learning? So it was a choice between them, and every teacher in the school district, as of yesterday, but there's a few stragglers coming along this week, but by tomorrow, the end of the week, every teacher is supposed to have both vaccinated twice in our school district. Now, I don't know if the Chicago school district has even started vaccinations or not. I think they're still at in-home learning.
So are you saying, are they making it mandatory for teachers to get their vaccines if you want to come back to work? Yes. Or something like that? Yes.
Yes.
Yeah. See, that's not happening down here. And, teachers are supposed to be put in they are a frontline worker.
They're the frontline worker. They got all their vaccinations. My friend just got her second one yesterday, and I'm like, oh, well, how's it doing? What's the side effects? And she told me that she's actually got more side effects from the second vaccination than the first one. I said, I could see that because you still have the medication from the first one, and now you got twice the dose in you. So I could see the side effects coming out more the second time around than the first time. And she said that she was very fatigued today, like she felt after she had her vasectomy. Is that when they had the boob removed? Is that a vasectomy?
No,
vasectomy is when a guy has his.
Okay, well, anyway, she had like one of her breasts removed due to cancer.
Mastectomy, yeah.
Yeah, that. Yeah. So she felt very fatigued and absolutely no energy from that. And that's how she felt from her second vaccination that she got yesterday. And I said, well, I asked her, did you go to work today? Nope. I said, are you going tomorrow? She said, nope.
Yeah.
And see, there's a lot of people. The CDC actually put out a warning letting people know that if they don't have a reaction with the first one, they will have a reaction with the second.
Really? I haven't heard that.
If they have a reaction with the first one, they will not have one with the second one.
So like the opposite.
Yeah.
Lori says, 2 of my grandkids are in Japan being military. Mandatory homeschooling. However, I also have 2 here in the States, and it's choice. They have a choice of in school or homeschooling.
Yeah.
I know the other part of this is that.
Night, Hilda.
Good night, Hilda. Thanks for hanging around with us tonight. I work for Dina said, I work for a local school district, and we've had several cases, but in my opinion, we need to continue following protocols and serving the students with on-campus instruction. So I get that also. I mean, I'm for that also. I don't know. I guess I'm kind of seeing both sides of it. And if our area here is such a hot spot, if we have that, if the hospitalizations are that many, you know, it's one of those situations where I maybe the safest thing would be to shut it down for a little while. And then the other part of this is I was going to get to real quick. I don't think it's fair that these kids be graded and failed, being that everything's so messed up. Even though with homeschooling, with the internet, some kids don't have internet. They don't have devices to learn on. You know, they don't have iPads or whatever it is, even though they're trying to get them to all the families, but they don't have Wi-Fi, and the hotspots are these little school buses that they park on certain parts of the neighborhood. And I just don't think it's fair to be putting grades during a time like this. It's like, you know what? Screw the grades right now. Give them assignments, have them stuff to read, keep them a little busy a couple hours a day. And then,
but that's not going to do them justice either, because they're not. If you're just going to do that, then they're not getting the education that they actually need. Because if you're giving them little assignments to read, okay, well, most kids are going to throw it down and let's watch cartoons. SpongeBob's on, so they're not going to do the schoolwork they need and get the education they need. And then they're going to grow up, and I don't want to say it, but they're going to grow up ignorant, can't read, can't write, and it's due to their really themselves, because they didn't put it forth an effort, because they were not in a school, or they don't have the desire or the
wherewithal,
drive to do it themselves.
Yeah, and I get it. I mean, and that's hard, you know. Don't give them a whole curriculum they got to do, but some kind of projects or something to keep their minds working, you know. And I'm sure some are doing this. I'm not saying nobody's doing this. I'm sure. I mean, because there's a lot of great educators out there, and they're all trying to get as creative as possible.
Oh, absolutely.
I just don't think it's fair to grade them during this whole mess. It's just not freaking fair. I don't think, anyway.
Well, and I mean, I live in South Dakota, so Kristi Noem's the governor. And I don't know what your opinion is of her, but
I like her.
She's
cute too.
She's like a laissez-faire.
She's a crackhead.
No, I don't think she is.
No, you seen the commercial? Crack. I'm on it.
We're on it.
Lori said, my sister's an administrator for a head start program. She had her first shot yesterday.
But yeah,
Marissa, good night. Good night, Marissa.
Night, Marissa.
Thanks for hanging out with us. Nadia, I'm still here listening, working in the kitchen. Yeah, we need to talk later. Maybe in the next couple of days. Nadia, we got to do something online with you in that cooking thing. Anyway.
But yeah, Kristi Noem, she took a laissez-faire approach in regards to how to handle the pandemic. Yeah, we spiked early, which we knew we would, by not forcing everybody to wear the mask and all that stuff. We knew that the numbers were going to rise. But I look at it strictly from a freedom standpoint and for more libertarian standpoint.
Mm.
I want the choice. I don't want to be told this is what you are going to do. Yeah,
I agree with that too. Given the choice, you want to keep him at home? All right, keep him at home, but at least do this. Do this for him.
Yeah, exactly. But and then going back to your hospitalizations. So in the early days of the pandemic, they were reporting. They weren't reporting all these deals until the first actual round of stimulus came out. And buried in the text of the stimulus bill, there was provisions given to the hospitals for positive cases.
Mm.
And then that's when you see the hospitals and so on and so forth reporting higher cases.
Yeah.
Because there's a financial benefit.
I know. And people keep denying that, but I believe there is. I believe there is.
If you actually, how it's worded in the bill is that the billing has to be through ICU. Well, if Manny has a surgery, let's say it's a skin graft surgery that goes wrong, and you get an infection. You go in. If it's bad enough, they're going to put you into ICU. Well, once you're in an ICU bed, it doesn't matter whether you test positive or not. They label you as a positive COVID, and they get the money to cover that. Plus, they get to bill you
Yeah.
for that ICU bed.
And now, plus, if they die and they label it COVID related in some way or another,
Complications to COVID.
cha-ching.
I mean, if you
So
have diabetes, if you have, I mean, I had 2 heart attacks. 30 years old, I had 2 heart attacks. If I was to pass away tomorrow, they labeled my death as a heart attack due to complications from COVID.
yeah,
It doesn't matter because it's a money making machine. No matter which way you slice it and dice it, they're going to make money, and a lot more than if.
I guess we got to wrap it up. We went a whole lot over than what we were going to do originally. Lori says, "What about people who pass right after getting the shots?" Man, I don't know. I heard there's a few of those going around.
Right now,
a few.
there's at 150.
150? That many? Holy crap!
3 in Alaska, 2 in South Dakota that I know for sure.
So now they got to find out what was it about that, or what condition did they have that their body.
The 2 in South Dakota that died. I knew who of them. I knew who they were, and they were all healthy individuals.
Man, so it's just we got to look into that because find out what happened there.
Yeah, and we're gonna be digging. I'm gonna be digging into that more often.
And Nadia says Larry King passed away from sepsis, not from COVID. Yeah, I didn't hear COVID in that. I know they were trying to pin it to COVID, but but yeah, I mean, come on, when you're 80, 90 years old, anything you can die from. You can get a flu and you'll die.
Hell, you can drown in a teaspoonful of water.
Students are still learning via computer in class.
Yeah.
You mean so they're in the school doing remote learning in the school? Is that what you mean? Snoopy, good night. Thanks for hanging around with us.
Night, Snoopy.
I love see you again tomorrow. We'll be here tomorrow. I'll probably do tomorrow too. Also, I'll let you guys know early. Thanks for hanging out, Snoop. So, are they doing computer class? Wait, are they doing remote learning?
They're still learning via computer in class. No, it's at home learning.
They're still learning. Okay, so they're at home on a computer in the class to get attending the class virtually, kind of, right?
Yeah, they're doing like the Zoom
Okay,
thing.
I get you. Okay, I get you. Dina, good night. Thanks for hanging out with us.
Night, Dina. Well, since everybody's taking off here.
What about those kids that don't have, hang on, what about those kids that don't have computers though? I mean, there's got to be
the schools up here are making sure every child has a computer.
And I know here they were trying to do that with devices like a tablet. I just don't know. I don't know what the status is. Are there enough of them out there? Does every kid have one of those in its home? And then, even if they do have one, what kind of internet do they have? Do they have internet access? Do they got a hotspot, or are the buses being parked all over the place? Or
well,
I don't know. I'm going to try to get an update on that, at least in my community here down in South Texas. I don't know about the other areas, and I know they were planning on putting Wi-Fi in the whole entire city, for this kind of situation, and they talked about doing that years ago, and nothing ever came of it. And guess what? Had they moved on it back then, they would have came in handy right about now. Nadia said, I also read a recommendation for people preparing to receive the shot to not take Tylenol before the shot. All these little things like that. That's a scary part,
I just recommend anybody that's going to get a vaccine, look at the white paper that's attached to it before that needle goes in your arm.
Like actually read up on your vaccine before you go get it. Read up on it before you go get it.
Well, the white paper on the vaccines, what people don't understand is those white papers are actually contracts. when you get that, when that needle goes in your arm, you are agreeing that no matter what happens.
Yeah, whether you read it or not is a whole other story. But yeah, you're accepting whatever fate comes to you once you take the shot.
Yeah, and
yeah,
it is a binding contract.
So they've provided devices and hotspots to all. Well, I hope that's true, and I hope that's good. I hope it's all working. I'm just still, due to the difficult circumstance, I would hate to. How do you grade a kid during this whole situation? Like, you can't grade them normally, can you? I mean, is there more of a softer, not being so hard on them or something, and give them a little bit?
You're looking for a grading curve.
Yeah, like I don't know. It's an extenuating circumstance.
It's always the Einsteins of the class that create the curve.
Yeah. My sister was forced to have it or lose her job. And I think my industry, the airline business, I think we're headed that way also. Although I don't know if they can force us to take it. I know they can strongly recommend it due to the nature of our job. I just don't know if they can force us to, and what happens.
Well, and remember when there was companies out there trying to force you, well, if you continue to smoke, then you cannot work here. You have to quit smoking.
Yeah. That was a whole mess too, the smoking thing. Wife works at a local school and is teaching remote to students in class and students at home. Well, I hope it's working. Dina says we have adopted flexible grading measures. There you go. That's what I guess that's what I'm looking for. That's what it sounds like. I hope so. I'm not saying give everybody a pass, but it's a funky year that just happened, and it looks like we're headed. We're in the middle of another funky year just starting. So,
all right, we're gonna 10 times worse.
Yep, we're gonna call it a night right there. Shane, thanks for stopping by and hanging out with us for a little while.
Yeah, thanks for having me, Manny. And
we'll see you again soon. We'll bring you back here and there.
Yeah.
Bam, as always, thanks for being here, buddy.
Welcome. Just on final thoughts here, of course, always one planet, one people. But for all you people that are bored and have like 2 hours of your life to waste, I highly, strongly suggest watching Home Musical.
Is it a musical?
It's a home musical, and it's actually I thought it was a high school musical, but it was a home musical. So, they definitely did not pick off of pure talent. So let's put it that way. But it was pretty interesting for the 2 hours that I watched of it. And I believe I caught that on Epic. So if you want Epic free for a month, order Domino's Pizza. You get Epic free for a month.
No way.
Yes.
Epics. That's right. I've seen that.
I mean, I'll let you know, Manny, once everything's working great with the site. And
yeah, keep me informed with that.
It'll be an interesting platform. So
definitely, we will keep an eye on that, and we'll see what can happen with that. Nadia, goodbye, Shane, Bam, Manny.
Good night, Nadia.
What was your movie recommended? I say it was The Big Short.
The Big
Short. True story, great, cool movie, really interesting. I mean, follow it, and it'll blow your mind what happened. That's exactly what happened. Y'all have a good night. Lori, you too. Have a good night, Lori. Everyone,
night, Lori.
God bless. Everyone be safe. Social distance. Blah, blah. Social distancing. Yes, wear your mask, obviously. If you're going to sneeze into your mask or do one of these numbers, please, or cough even. Just try to respect and have some common sense, and don't rub your face, don't rub your eyes, all that kind of stuff.
I do that like all day long.
Vitamin C, you can take 3,000 to 5,000 easily a day. Vitamin C, yep, The Big Short, that's what it is.
Vitamin C, zinc.
Zinc also, you got zinc. Definitely use the zinc.
Vitamin D12.
Yep. Most importantly, the C and the zinc.
Yeah.
All right, later, Steve. All right, guys. Have a good night. Thanks all for visiting, and we'll see you tomorrow.
Yeah,
good night.
2 hours. Good job.
Night.